didn't favor you in any way. You're a great role model. I mean, that sort of stuff, like, I do all the time. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, the way, the confidence that comes from within, okay? Of course, I have a lot of insecurities. Who doesn't? Everyone has insecurities, okay? That's the most normal thing. But there are areas where I am very secure, despite my body dysmorphia or social anxieties when I was growing up. I have, like, when Cutie Cinderella said that I was a 7, and you sound like you're making the bootstrap argument. My friend, obviously there is a bootstrap argument to be made when it comes to self-improvement. That's so fucking insane. No, just live in filth then, dude. Like, what are you talking about, dude? What the fuck do you mean? You have to improve yourself. Like, you have to. You can. But the reason why I laughed off instead of like losing my fucking mind over like Cutie Cinderella saying I was a 7 is because one, it's a joke, and two, I'm confident within myself. And that confidence doesn't happen overnight. It's a sequence of events that take place, it's a sequence of experiences that you live through that can make you be more positive about the way you see yourself. And everyone is capable of seeing themselves in that positive light. Everyone is capable of building confidence, but you have to understand that it comes from within. Okay? A lot of these fucking weirdos, a lot of these losers that you watch on the internet that are like, yeah, women are this way, women are that way. Like, bro, you've never been around a woman. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know? They don't know anything. And that's why they make up a lot of that emptiness, a lot of that empty space that is full of insecurity with over the top machismo and bravado, or what they consider to be masculine features. And a lot of people who are also themselves resentful about the way that they are and deeply insecure cannot comprehend that those guys are just fucking LARPing as someone else. I can see it. I see it immediately. When I see someone like Cobra Tater or whatever the fuck, I'm like, okay, that's a deeply insecure person who is so lost in the sauce. Like, so far gone, okay? What do I always use as an example? You know who's a fucking confident person? Ludwig. He makes a fool of himself all the goddamn time. And you can only do that if you're a confident person. Germa, sure. I mean, I have not watched a lot of his content, but like from what I have seen and what I know of him, yeah. Incels are a perfect example of the Freudian Madonna complex, the psychological complex said to develop in men who see women as either saintly Madonnas or debased prostitutes. I mean, dude, we're not going to do like Freud right now. Come on. A lot of the PUA guys behaving in a way, a lot of the PUA guys behaving in this like very carefully manufactured, like over the top, like hoorah, I'm such a fucking sexy guy way, are actually doing exactly what Ben Shapiro does. What does Ben Shapiro do? Ben Shapiro regularly talks about gender roles and how fucking rigid those gender roles are, right? They're like binary and they're super rigid, and everyone should fucking abide by them. But he himself does not fit said gender roles, right? So he is making up for his own personal insecurities by going in the opposite direction and like basically spitting as loudly as he possibly can about rigid gender roles that he himself does not fit under, hoping that like people don't recognize it, right? That's it. And it's the same for these fucking PUA Andes. Like they do this stuff and talk about like how fucking hot they are, or try to like present an image that like women want to fuck them all the time. And it's like, no, they don't. No, they don't. They really don't. I mean, there's plenty of fucking insecure women out there. I'm sure one of them would fuck these guys, certainly. Okay. But like the idea that they're like, oh, appealing to all types of women or whatever the fuck, like, no. Davi might be the most secure person I've ever seen. He probably has like his own struggles, but charisma just radiates him around him like no other. Yeah, Stavros is a great example of this too. So if you don't want to fucking find yourself like Tim Pool being like, oh, I'm sure it's everyone else that's at fault. It's not me. It's everything else. You have to also examine your own behavior. You have to do a little bit of self-crit, okay? You have to try to find what you don't like about yourself. Maybe identify what you don't like about yourself and then work to change that. And you are capable of it, okay? That's how you build confidence. That's how you become a more confident person, when you become a more secure person, because you're able to accomplish the goals that you've set for yourself. Anyway.
Again, just broad, vast generalizations because of bad experiences. The thing is, like, dating can and does, especially now, suck. Like, dating apps suck. Forming relationships is a, commodified, digitized dopamine thing. I mean, we all know this stuff about, like...
How do you change being short? Dude. Literally look to so many examples of short people who are fucking awesome and have beautiful girlfriends, wives. What the fuck are you talking about? What are they doing that you don't have? What do they got that you don't have? Well, I can tell you. Confidence. Success. That's it. They don't fucking constantly think about how short they are and how much it hinders their entire worldview. That's it. Literally. Look at Charlie. That's why I always say, look at Tom Holland. Yeah, look at, dude, that's why I always say there's a difference between fucking, there's a difference between short kings and manlets. Yeah, Cody and Noel are both short kings. Look at them. They're fucking killing it. They're awesome. Do you think they're constantly running around having that way over their consciousness at every fucking moment? You think they're constantly fucking radiating that like energy that, oh man, I'm short and everyone's going to fucking see me in that framework. You know what I mean? Everyone's going to see me as like a short guy. Look at Tyler Wan, who was 6'5". So obviously that doesn't count, but that's how it works. And you can fucking sit there and be like, dude, you're privileged. The fuck do you know? You're 6'4". Like, fuck you. And you'd be right. I am very privileged in that respect. It's something that I never think about, okay? I have my own insecurities that don't revolve around my height, obviously, but it's something that I never have to worry about and I never have to think about, okay? But you can sit around and wish that you were 6'4" for the rest of your life and let that fucking weigh over you. Or you can be like, well, these are the cards that I was dealt with and it's not going to fucking destroy me. And I'm better than that. And I have so much more to offer than my fucking height. And that if women are exclusively gravitating towards someone with, if women are just like exclusively looking for like a tall dude, then fuck those women anyway. Ethan Klein isn't short, but he embraces insecurities and has literally helped me personally. Yes, every single person that you see and love that is like under 5'8", that you look up to, okay, is just a confident person because they don't let that shit hurt them. They're literally like, they've overcome their insecurities. Myself included. Like, I've overcome my insecurities, you know what I mean, in order to be here. Look down to? Come on. That's every women. Lamau Hassan, misogynist, confirmed. Wait, what? Like, height is only as important as you make it. You have to understand. Height is only as important as you make it. You're just hyper focusing on an element instead of being like, all right, well, this is just how it is, and we're going to continue living our lives, okay? Yeah, who could forget the #1 short king, Danny motherfucking DeVito, one of the coolest people on the fucking planet, literally. Yeah, here, that's a good way to put it. Why are you out here hyper focusing on a fucking L instead of focusing on getting the W? I forgot where the chatter is that wrote that, but that was a good take. And the worst part is a lot of you, or not you in here, obviously, because I would say that this is like a relatively positive environment that's constantly churning out like positive methods of self-improvement. But a lot of people, especially like haters, for example, that come in here, okay, they come in here and exclusively to like clip something and then go back to their hate-ridden circles. That's like terrible for their fucking mentality. It's terrible. And I want to help them out. I want to help everybody out. And the worst thing they can do is be like, oh, cope. He's just saying this, cope. You're going to be a loser for the rest of your life. Don't listen to this guy's copium. And maybe for a brief moment when you hear someone else say that, because it's like all of your insecurities coming to the forefront, like you feel good. You're like, yeah, I'm actually above it because I'm aware that these are like uncontrollable insecurities of mine that I have no way to change, and it's going to fuck my life up for the rest of my life. And it feels like